Greetings and assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope you all are doing great. This is your host Munib and welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a Windows machine in Google Cloud, and then I will create a separate uh, Linux machine which will be configured in provision in private subnet, and then I will show you that I will create this Windows machine as a Bastion host or a jump server. How you can access the private server from Bastion host in a secure way. Okay. So right now I am in my Google Cloud console account, and the service which will be used to configure and provision server is called Compute Engine. So let's go into Compute Engine. Okay, so right now the Compute Engine dashboard is able to see and accessible. So let's just go into create instance. In the meantime, I'm opening VPC in a new tab in order to select the firewall rule with the tag as I have mentioned in the last video. Okay, while creating VPC firewall rule. So let's give it name as tag with Munib. Okay, in small, sorry. Tag with Munib, Windows, Bastion host. Okay, I will be creating in Iowa region, and okay, so these are the series, Compute Engine series. So if you go with the minimal cost for demo and testing purpose, so E2 series and N2 series are more than enough. Okay, so I will be selecting E2 series, and in machine type we have two options, either preset or custom. In custom, you can define how many cores or memory do you want to have for your server. In preset, it will have four options and its predefined options. So for demo purpose, let's just go with the E2 small, which have 2 vCPU and 2 GB memory. In OS and storage section, uh, I just need to create a Windows server. So let's select Windows server, and I will be selecting 2022 data center. And when you create a Windows server for the first time, its default storage would be 50 GB, whereas in AWS, it will have 30 GB of storage. So you should remember this storage comparison. Okay, so select this, and in network section, yes, in network section, let's just go to VPC firewall. Okay, so these are the tags. So let's give two tags, one for remote and one for port 80, because I will show you the IIS web server in Bastion host. So go to network tags, copy paste the entire tag name in and enter, and copy this and paste it here. So okay, these are the network tags that I have given right now. Okay, I forgot to tell you one thing, that uh, when you create a subnet in different region, so while creating a compute engine or any machine, so you should select this type of region, because these subnets are in your VPC. Okay, so US East one. So I mistakenly select the US Central one. So US East one, and we are good to go. And then create. Okay, right now, as you can see that the Taquid Money Windows Bastion host is being provisioned, and it will take hardly 5 to 10 minutes and another 10 minutes for password retrieval. So yes, this is a limitation in GCP. So we cannot retrieve password instantly. As you can see that the machine is running, and if I go to this machine and set Windows password, okay, this is my username. Okay, so this is the username and this is the password. Okay, so let's copy this password. Okay, so machine is taking time because it is being staged and will soon begin running. And this is the external IP which will be required to access this Bastion host server. Okay, so open MSDSC and then paste the IP and connect. So it will ask the username, and I will type password here. So I have entered password. So yes, and then you can see it clearly that it is configuring remote session. Okay, right now, as you can see that I'm inside Google Cloud Windows Server, and let's just install the IIS web server. So add tools and features. Let me just install the IIS web server for demo purpose because I have added the firewall rule of port 80. So let's just check if the port 80 is working or not on this my VPC firewall rule as well as Windows machine. Next, next, and install. So it will take few minutes to install and it will start the service automatically. And with the help of this external or public IP, let's just access whether the IIS web service working or not. Okay, in the meantime, let's just create a private Linux server. Okay, so go to create instance and I will be giving name as private Linux and the region would be, let's select Eurobastion, Eurobastion Berlin, and E2 machine, E2 small, and OS and storage, let's change from Debian to uh, Ubuntu and Ubuntu to 24.04 long-term support version. And in GCP, it shows 10 gigabyte of storage, whereas in AWS, it shows 8 gigabyte of storage. So you should remember this as well. So, okay, let me just see. Okay, got it. I chose different architecture, so it was showing the error. And in network setting, so firewall policies, I will be giving name network tag and Linux SSH tag. Okay, and okay, let me just see if we can select our own VPC. Yes, there it is. So I will select my VPC and private subnet one, it is already taken. Okay, so in order to create a private server, so in external IPv4, select none. So it will not show you the external or public IP and click on create. So private Linux server is being provisioned, so it will take hardly few minutes. Let's try to access this private Linux server. Okay, so the internal IP is 192.168.12.2. But in this Windows server, we need to install SSH client. So for that, let me just install PuTTY or Mobile Extern, and then after that, I will show you how you can access Linux server. Okay, so the IIS web server is now installed. So let's just access with the uh, IP. Okay, so I'm copying this IP, pasting in this browser, and let's see. So it will show you the IIS web server homepage. As you can see right now that the IIS web server is running. And one more thing I would like to show you before accessing the SSH Linux server, what needs to be done in GCP environment. Okay, so right now I'm in private Linux server as I don't have any private key. So go to edit section. And right now there will be some SSH key option. Okay, so either you can copy this SSH key or you can add your own custom keys. Okay, so I have installed the PuTTY installer file and let's just install this file. Okay, instead of using this one, let me just go and we can generate our own key. So in PuTTY gen generator, we have to maneuver or move the mouse cursor so that it can generate the random key with different characters in few minutes. And so that's the unique thing which I have understood. So let's wait if the key is generated. Okay, so the key is generated. And let me just copy this key content and save private key. And in desktop, I will give as GCP Linux private key and then save. So the private key has been generated and saved. In the meantime, let me just delete this item. delete this one and save. So that's the benefit of using the custom key. I already decided to use this predefined SSH key, but I thought that I should let you know guys that you can use your own custom SSH keys. So let's try to access the private Linux server with the IP. Okay, so this is the internal IP or private IP, and open the putty. Okay, so the putty is now open. Let's just paste the internal IP here. SSH authentication credential and browse your private key file, this file, which exists on desktop. So I'm selecting this file, open it. Okay, so now it is asking for username. So in this case, I will type my username, which exists on Gmail account. So as you can see that it is now running fine, and this is the overall lab of GCB Windows VM of both Windows and Linux. So thank you so much, everyone, and take good care of yourself and your loved ones.